Hey guys, and welcome to another video on cinematography. Today I wanted to discuss colors and how it is used in films. Color might generally be seen as a bit of a dull topic, but it's actually one of the most effective tools at the disposal of directors and cinematographers alike. But before I can get into how color is used, I need to run through a few key terminologies for the sake of reference. So, you get monochromatic colors, which are different shades of the same color. Then, saturation, which is essentially how dark or lighter colors, like dark red or lighter red. Achromatic means without color, and chromatic means with color. Then there are the obvious terms like primary, secondary, and tertiary colors, which should be common knowledge, and a bunch of boring terms which relate more to art in my opinion than cinematography, like complementary or triadic colors, which you can Google. I'll link a Wikipedia or something down below if you're really interested. So now on to the actual content. Color can be used for a wide variety of different reasons, stretching from causing emotional responses from the audience or creating certain atmospheric feel. To explain this, I'm going to be using a few scenes from Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. The first scene we'll be looking at is from the introduction, where a very dramatic Galadriel tells the story of the Rings of Power and the creation and the fall of the One. So already in the first scene, you can get a feeling of the movie just by the color schemes Peter used. He creates a very ominous setting simply by using a variety of dark blues, greys, and blacks. This sets up a very suspenseful atmosphere leading up to the battle, where the actual battles are supposed to look very grim, gritty, and brutal. This is transparent throughout the entire film. Every few scenes leading up to the battle will be foreshadowed by very dimly lit scenes, with the exception of the ambush of Amon Sul. The use of orange in the next scene is actually very important because it associates the color with the antagonist of the film. Orange is almost exclusively used to portray Sauron in some manner, whether it be his flaming eye, the burning of trees to create fuel for his armies, or the lava flowing out of Mount Doom. The specific color of dark orange is associated heavily with malice in this film. Even later in the sequel, after the breach of Helm's Deep, when they toast to the Rohirrim who died, the fires in the Hall of Kings where the feast is held is very light orange, almost a yellow. Now with the scene where the alliance marches on Dagorlad, Peter does with the color gold the opposite that he did with orange. As you can see, gold is highlighted almost obnoxiously with the armies of the men and elves. Jackson placed a heavy emphasis on colors so that the viewers could easily distinguish between the forces of evil and good. Orcs and trolls are seen in dark greys, almost black, with armor complementing this scheme, whereas wargs and goblins are seen in sickly greens and browns. Men, elves, and the forces of good are associated with the colors of gold, silver, and white. Whether it is the last alliance in their golden armor, the Rohirrim with their golden decorations, the Gondorian soldiers in the silver plate, or Gandalf the White and the White Tree. The last two should speak for themselves. With the rest of this scene, you can see what I meant with distinguishing between good and evil. Isildur and Elrond are both rimmed with golden decorations, where the soldiers of man have trimmed golden helmets, and the elves stand in fully golden gilded armor. Sauron approaches in black armor with the ring burning a bright orange. The background is almost entirely black or grey, which really puts that ominous cherry on top. The next scene is the exact opposite of the prelude. It shows a much happier place in Middle-earth, far away from the tyranny of Sauron's designs. The color schemes here are extremely vibrant colors, light, dark, green, and brown. This is to simulate the very happy-go-lucky, nonchalant feeling of the Shire. Nobody here has a care in the world except for what their next meal is, and the color schemes portrays it beautifully. And these two main color schemes fill out the entirety of the film. You have the dark, broody scenes building up suspense before the actual battles take place. Name the battle for Dagorlad, the knife in the dark where they run from the Nazgul at the Brandywine, introducing Aragorn, the fight at Amon Sul, and ultimately the mines of Moria. Then you have your happier, cheerful scenes meant to give the audience hope in the quest of the Fellowship. These scenes would be the Shire, the meeting of Rivendell, meeting the Golden Lady, Galadriel, and rowing down the Anduin that changes into the breaking of the Fellowship. I hope you learned a few things from how color can be used to convey emotion and create effects in films. Sorry that this video felt a bit rushed. I did not prepare as much as I should have, and will upload another video explaining the use of color more appropriately when I have more time. I will also do another video expressing the love I have for the trilogy, as I wholeheartedly believe, and it is not subjective, it is fact, that The Lord of the Rings is the best films ever produced and will not be surpassed in any way or form. And with that bombshell, I shall leave you and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.